Good afternoon, everybody. This is James Romelli from KeenOnTheMarket.com, and I want to take a little early look at my two most interesting earnings stocks for next week, and that's Netflix and Google. Now, Google reports on the 16th. Let's look at this one first. We only have 5 quarters of historical data here because it's only been trading under this ticker for that long, but we can see that it's rallied 3 out of the past 5 quarters, according to Earnings Hacker here, and is currently trading around $556 is where it closed. Now they're implying on a $9.60 move. I think that is only going to increase as we go into next week. Implied volatility came slamming down today, probably dragging down implied moves across the board. But when I have high-priced stocks like this, I like to play butterfly. So what I'll be looking to do next week in Google will be to place a out-of-the-money call fly on using this implied move. So whatever this implied move is, I'm going to add that to the stock price and use that as my center strike target for a out-of-the-money call fly. As you see, the stock's breaking the cloud back to the upside here. It has a relatively bullish historical movement, and I think it's going to set up really well on a risk versus reward base. Now, the next thing that's going to come up is Netflix. Oops, typo, is Netflix. And Netflix reports on the 15th, so on Wednesday after the bell, and closed around 680 today. Now, typically, Netflix moves around 17% on average on earnings, so this is going to be a great out-of-the-money call fly setup for me here in Netflix. What I'm going to end up doing here is taking the implied move, which is right here around 32 bucks. I think that's going to move much, much higher as we go into the closer to the earnings, and use the same type of strategy. I'm going to want to get long Netflix. The stock will have split by the time the earnings come out, so I'm going to have to adjust my targets. I'm going to have to kind of take a look at where we trade after the split, but I'm still going to want to use the same type of strategy here, the out-of-the-money call fly. We have a chart rank of 5.85 here, very bullish according to Earnings Hacker, and a pretty strong historical movement here. It's rallied 6 of the past 12 quarters, but has rallied 3 of the past 5 here. So I really like the setup in Netflix. I can get a really good risk versus reward balance here in an earnings trade using an out-of-the-money call fly. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Look out through next week for more videos on what I actually end up doing. It's a little too early for me to actually go over an actual trade, but this is, I think, the best 2 stocks that for me to play next week on earnings, and that is Google and Netflix. I'll be looking forward to putting on call flies in both of these. So thank you guys very much. Everyone have a fantastic evening, and as always, happy trading.